Welcome back to Ipswich, and hopefully good evening, C3. How are you doing? It is Ipswich tonight, and hopefully we are going to get through to the end of the season. It's been horrid this season, absolutely horrid. I have no idea why we are in the FA Cup final, but there we go. We have a brilliant run in. We have Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal as the final 3 games. And what's even worse, I have no idea what this save is trying to prove, that my first team is all out pretty much for the season. And Winkler, my striker, out for 3 weeks. He's not going to make it back. Might come off the bench in the final, maybe, who knows. Meslier, the goalkeeper, he will be back in 10 days' time or whatever by the time he's done his rehabilitation. Scott, my attacking mid, he's out for up to 3 months. And then we've got another one, Keita, new signing. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. Dominguez out for the rest of the season. Mastueno probably out for the rest of the season. And, if it injures anymore, then I don't know what this save is trying to prove. But we're going to get through to the end of the season. And because of those games that we've got coming up, I'm just going to put them in a low block. And we are going to do nothing more than put them in a low block. I'm going to regroup. We've got 4 horrible games at the end, so they might as well get used to regrouping rather than pressing. And then we're going to carry on doing what we were doing anyway. I might just take that underlap off because I don't think it's making any difference. We're going to be more disciplined. We're going to dribble less. We're going to just prepare for the cup final and just get them ready in the low block. Despite the fact that we are playing Southampton now, and then we will play Brighton, I'm not going to even think about it in terms of setting up in a particular way. When the transfer window comes, we'll have a look at some players in a minute, but we'll have a look at who's wanted and the possible areas that we're going to have to strengthen if they go. Shoot on site, yeah, probably is a good idea. We might as well try and get more shots in. This is pretty much the best team that I can put together, really. I've rested a couple of players Timon is getting a rest. Silver is getting a rest. He's not that fit at the moment. João Gomez is getting a rest, although he hasn't been in very good, inspiring form of late. So, a lot of rested players. Badgetic comes in. Diamonde is also rested. So we are resting some players. We've got a lot of fixtures coming up. Arribas, of course, is not. I don't know what that said. I think it said there was a waste of money or something. But that's not very nice to bring up in the team meeting. I've really not really got much to say to them apart from what my assist. There weren't many options, to be fair. I did have to have a team meeting over Grenbach, who apparently is not very happy. He's wanted by Al Khalil. He's not very happy, though, because he's not played enough, so we're going to play him. I don't really have much of a choice other than to play him. I don't like what he's doing here. I think that this is causing us problems because we're giving away too many free kicks. We'll have a look. He doesn't need hard tackling anyway. He probably does, so we could probably do it to him. And yeah, he probably does. And yeah, he probably does, but that's probably about it. And Goodmanson, yeah, okay. We probably do need to hard tackle some of these players, but not all of them. I think that's, in a sense, worked against us, that we keep giving away free kicks and we are putting ourselves under pressure. But we'll see what happens here. We're going in, as I said, into that low block. And we'll see what happens. I have absolutely no faith in this team at the moment. I have no idea why the game's decided we should be in the cup final. I just don't get it. Because the team has been so bad. It's actually not a bad squad that we've got. But it's I don't know what it's saying. I believe the game is saying that they haven't played together enough. That's my belief. So the transfer window will be very quiet. And we won't be doing much, with a bit of luck, in the transfer window. And then it will be the same squad that starts the season. I think you're offside, Sunshine. Arribas there was offside. Using the sideline camera, you get a good idea of whether they're offside or not. I think he was offside. Even though I wasn't really paying attention, yeah, he was offside. Using this sideline cam, you can actually get a good idea. Yeah, it's just about, but enough. And it was a decent start. We've had the ball in the back of the net, even though it's been disallowed. But that's the story, another story of the season, that we hit the woodwork more times than anybody ever has in the history of the game. We've had so many disallowed goals. We've been the better team by far in most of the games that we've played and lost. And I even, last time in the last episode, we had a goal against us, which they then went on to win 1-0, which something resulted in a penalty, and nobody was anywhere near the player, which is the penalty was given. There was a little low cross into the box. My left-footed defender, you can clearly see, swung his leg to clear it, and penalty. And I'm not quite sure. There was nobody near him, so I'm not quite sure why. But that's the story of the season, and I think it's just FM trying to wind me up. They're doing a good job. But eventually, this team has to start playing football, and I think, if we just replace anybody who goes out, keep the squad together. Maybe that's what it's saying. Maybe we have to keep a squad together. There's a lot of youngsters in here. There's nobody who's particularly old. And those who are over 30 probably can go if they want to. I think there's a couple over 30. Hey James, how are you doing, my friend? There is a fan in the background. It's very, very hot. The lighting is chronic at the moment because of the sun. So if I just wonder, is the fan a distraction in the background, guys? I don't know. It's good for me though, because it is blisteringly hot in here. What a win for England. Well, indeed. But as a Welshman, I wasn't actually, to be fair, rooting for England. I think I'm happy that they won it. But I thought Germany this was a bit like watching Ipswich rattling the crossbar all the time. And to be fair, it could have gone either way, I thought. Could have gone either way. What do you think about the World Club Championship? I've lost interest, to be honest, because they haven't been showing games of any significance, and I don't know what the schedule is with them at the moment. I've really no idea, but I might have to catch up on it, because obviously now that we're getting to the last 16, might get some better games. So hopefully we will get some better football, and I might start enjoying it. But if they're only going to show one game out of each round, then I'm not really that bothered. He's not happy. Why not? I thought they've done well. They're not losing. What's the problem? God, blimey, he's too strong, he's too brave. I don't know why he wants to do that. I've only got Makengo in there. I don't think they've done that bad, to be fair. Not as bad as usual. I didn't know, though, for the Champions League, I didn't realise there was an under-21 and under-19 that plays the same. I didn't actually know that either, James, to be fair. Draw, good to have you. Haven't seen you before. Welcome to the stream. You are watching one of the most chronically hard saves that I've ever had to endure, and it's been like that for 2 seasons now. And I've got to the point where I can't fight the game anymore. I've just got to let it do what it wants to do. Again, we are the better team. 60% of the possession. We've had better opportunities. We've had a disallowed goal, and we are the better team again. But we're not going to win this. That's absolutely guaranteed. Let's make some changes here. Got a couple of boys who are looking quite tired, but I don't want to do anything with them. Graf is having a bad day, so we'll bring on Timon. I'm not going to budge from... We might as well switch both wing backs. I'm not going to budge from the low block because it is practice for them. Valesco. Let's play more stat up there. I did actually put more stat in at the before the game, and then decided against it. Arribas is poor as well. Silva can come on, and he can play as an inside forward on support, and then we'll wait to see who gets the most tired. But I haven't really got a full bench. I've got some of the youth on the bench at the moment, because as like half my first team, 7 players from my first team have been injured, and what can I do? It's just a nightmare. And as we come in, that's the last thing that I need coming into Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal for my final run-in, and then a cup final against Manchester United. Half the team actually out injured. Just got to hope that these boys can put on a performance and see us through, as it were. That's a lovely pass. Oh, Garosibal. I got Badgetic on a yellow card as well, who's also struggling and tired. He's got to come off if I've got someone who can come on instead of him. Let's have a look at that. I think that Southampton were just about to break away and score. Marin could come on there, and Diamonde could come on and play as the anchor. Let's play Diamonde as the anchor. I think Southampton are just about to... Oh, nearly. Yeah, James is a well-known Newcastle fan in here. Beadle seemed to have a good game. He seemed to play well yesterday, and I think he's a decent young prospect. I don't think he's a first-team goalkeeper for anybody at the moment in the Prem. It would be a tough life for him in the Prem as a first-teamer. But he will develop, I think. He looks like a nice goalkeeper, Beadle. And there we go. I did say we were not going to win this. But I'll take a draw. I don't know what the game is trying to prove. I have absolutely no idea. It's disappointing. Grembach. Well, win the game then, you idiot. You might not get criticised. But we are still in 14th. You can see what the game is doing because we are 4 points clear of Bournemouth. And I feel really sad for these teams below because we are playing badly. They are not allowed to get any wins either. When we win, so do they. It's kind of... I really don't know what is going on here. I'm not going to criticize him. Keep getting yourself in the right positions. The goal will come. And he's just... when is our next game? I just want to get this out of the way. Go to the transfer window and see what happens. We've got a game in 3 days and I don't have a team left. So we have to rest them. They're going to have to play pretty much everything. Let's rest them all. And then let's move on. Brighton next. We're not going to win that one either. I could put them in any formation. I could put them playing attacking or defensive or whatever. We are not going to win it. Sad but true. I have no idea what's going on. Overview, wing play. So I'm going to drop the line a little bit. So we'll drop it to a standard line. And yeah, they're going to bring him in midfield. They've got a couple of inside forwards. Analysts report it doesn't matter really. 4-2-3-1 is a -6 and the 4-3-3 is a +6. These boys are going to have to just get used to... unfortunately I don't have an attacking mid to play in the 4-2-3-1 anymore. So these boys are just going to have to get used to playing in the 4-3-3 low block. For me, that was a success. That worked. Getting a 0-0 draw away at Southampton is a success for me. I have seen this where he wants Kinnear. He's like ability commands a place in the team. He's physically strong. I mean, he's not strong, I guess. He's brave. He's aggressive. His positioning is awful. He can't tackle and he can't head the ball. I'm not putting him in. Those two, that doesn't make sense to play Grenbach as a ball-winning midfielder because he can't tackle and he can't mark. It's like a waste of time. Who the hell is Patrick Perry? We are clutching at straws here, aren't we? And more stat. I mean, are they going to be fit? I've no idea. Timon can start this one. And Grossabel can start this one. And I'm just going to put Diamonde in for Atom. Give Atom a rest. Badgetic can continue there. Makengo, Grenbach. I've promised him some game time, so now he's going to have to continue there. João Gomez, though, could actually come in here. Play as an anchor. Badgetic can come onto the bench for Marin, who I don't want in the club anymore. Simon Royal, unfortunate. I don't even know who he is. I think we found him in the car park. I have no idea who he is, but he's the only substitute winger that I've got left now. It's just kind of weird. Every other one is injured. I might play Silver, actually. I need Silver. He can play as an inside forward, so we might play Silver there. And Morstat can start instead of Arribas, who was chronically bad last time. It's a bit annoying getting rejected by everyone. See what he's doing. I've no idea what you guys are talking about, to be fair. But you carry on. I've got my own worries going on here. Silver. Badgetic has had a good season, I think. He's kind of like played the first half of the season as a central defender because I didn't have any central defenders, and now he's come in as a defensive mid. I think I've played him as an attacking mid on one occasion, and he's never actually played in the position that he likes to play. I also believe I've played him as a right back for a few games when I didn't have any right wing backs. So he's done extremely well, Badgetic. Bless him. With very few complaints, it must be said. So Meslier capable of playing. Ooh, so does Meslier come back in? I think we'll put him on the bench. Stankovic can continue. We'll wait until he's finished his rehabilitation before we put them on the field. He can sit on the bench, though, but I'll bet my bottom dollar Stankovic gets injured now. Let's do that. And opposition, we've already done that, haven't we? I'm fairly happy with the team. They're tired. They're just there's not enough of them now. So hopefully, well, we'll see what the game does. We didn't lose the last one. The low block helped with the last one. Let's see what happens with this one. But there's no way that we are going to... Oh my good lord. No, not... No, no. Probably not very strong, but he's brave, so we won't worry about that too much. Also, we got another one there. He's very brave, so not quite sure that's the best idea. Hard tackling him isn't a good idea, and Rickarlson, no way. No way. So let's take out that hard tackling. We're favourites for a reason. I'm not saying that. We'll say our home form is important. We'll send them out with that blaring in their ear. And let's see if we can... Let's see if we can get anything out of this game. Oh, my lord. Allende, is he the free kick expert that was promised? The free kick and corner expert. He has expertise, apparently, from set pieces. I've never seen it. I think he scored a couple of goals in a game once from free kicks. In all fairness to him, he did score a couple of goals. What I want to do is go to the assistant again. I forgot to do that. I shouldn't forget. And take all those out. We don't need to do that. They might as well get used to this low block, because with Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester United coming up, that's how they're playing. No other way considered. And they can't play the 4-2-3-1 anyway, because both of my attacking mids are out for the season. So we are stuck with the 4-3-3. That's a nice pass. That was a good finish. And I don't think he was offside. And I think that's going to count. What a shocker. Todd Bowley, the Chelsea CEO, follow a YouTube channel I follow called Toon Review. Ah, okay, you're looking at the Newcastle stuff. That, in fact, was a very nice goal. It was a really good cross and an extremely good volley. And we are 1-0 up. But come on, boys. Don't start dreaming of FA Cup glory yet. I've never actually seen, in my history playing the game, I've never actually seen... Well, that was another lovely pass. Where has this been all season? I've never actually seen a save where you've had over half seven of your first team injured and not likely to return before the end of the season with the run-in coming up. I've never seen that. This is a new one for me. But in all fairness, the reserves are doing all right. And that, like, where has this passing been all through the season? And that are two brilliant goals, to be fair, that we've scored in the first 10 minutes here. Against a team, Brighton, who are much, much better than the Southampton team that we couldn't score against. But there we go. It's interesting to see Silva getting on the score sheet. It's nice to see that. Grembach's having a very good game now that I've decided to play him. He was going to play anyway, because I didn't have enough midfielders. So he's going to get plenty of game time at the end of the season. But, you know, FM, they had to have that team leader meeting. So I just said, of course, you can play more, because I had to play him. I didn't have any choice about playing him at this point in time, because most of my midfield is out for the season as well. So he's getting game time, and he's happy. He's having a good game time, and Garosabel are playing well. Allende, dare I say it, what a lovely goal he scored. And more stats even on a 6.9. All things look bright in Brighton. Oh, in fact, in Ipswich, not Brighton. Okay, James, we shall see you later. Hi, Sam. How are you doing? Just got FM. Any tips? Try not to let it break your spirit, Sam, is what I would tell you. I have a lot of videos, Sam, how to set up tactics, how to defend, especially in FM. I've got some in-game management videos where I actually have selected games where in-game management has proved to be really good, and what I did, why it worked, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I got plenty of videos there you can have a look at. Things are going well. I'm not going to say that, actually. I'm going to say keep it up because it's important. So yeah, there's plenty of videos that I have that will set you on your way, Sam. The one I would recommend is how to... It's like my most viewed video. I don't know how many views it's had now, but I think it's over 50k. How to set up an unstoppable tactic every time. And basically it's just reverse engineering it. So that one is the one I'd recommend to get you started. But there's plenty more there if you need help setting various things up, etc. Oh my good lord. This might be part of the problem. In fact, I might have to sack my assistant manager. He's a bit aggressive, if you ask me. And while I'm not taking charge of this, he does tend to go a little bit overboard. He likes a hard tackle or two. It's good to have you on board, Sam. I wouldn't take any tips away from this live stream, though. This is probably the hardest save I've ever encountered, and there have been some tough ones, but this one is possibly the hardest one I've ever encountered. And I'm not sure. I really don't know how to figure this out. Estupiñán probably needs looking after. I think he is on the left-hand side, isn't he? So we'll just ask Silver to go and chase him around a little bit. Try and stop him from being influential. 3 points. Could it possibly happen? When we do penalty, ref, when we do win, we generally win 3-4, 5-0. But when we lose, it's usually 1-0 or 2-1. You don't need to go to the monitor for that. It was a stonewall penalty, referee. I'd be upset if you don't give it, because you gave a penalty in one of the last games where he just cleared it when there was nobody near him. Yeah, thank you very much. So we do tend to, when we win 3-0, sometimes 4-0, and rarely 5-0. So this all looks very promising for Brighton. And Moorstat has got on the score sheet, and it is now 3-0. And he's got 21 goals this season. I suppose if you got a striker who was injured for about 3 months and has 21 goals in the season, I guess in real life you'd be fairly impressed with that. And at the start of the season, I did have a lot of faith in Finkgraf and in Moorstat, the two boys who've come through the youth system. And they haven't been bad. Have we given away a penalty now? Well, that was like bound to happen. One for you, one for me. Of course it's a penalty. It's always a penalty for the opposition. Oh, he's up again. I thought he was dying on the ground just now. So it's 3-1. So probably 4 or 5-1 then by the end of the game. I love the way they get him running back with the ball. There's 30 minutes left, you donkey. You don't have to run all the way back with the ball. You got 30 minutes left. Oh, come on, boys. Let's get another one. We haven't had many shots going on here, but we've been quite clinical when we've had a shot or two. Oh, 3 points would be very nice. It does. I don't think it makes any difference to the table. It will take us up to 13th for now, but I can't see us getting many points against the 3 teams we've got coming up next. I also do not want to win in the cup final. I really do not. Oh, look at that. Another long-term injury. Am I going to have anybody left by the time the cup final comes round? Aribas, a winger will have to come and play in here. Which means I don't have a... Simon Royal is about to make his debut, I think. Valesco can come on, but 2 wingers are absolutely exhausted, so... Valesco can... Simon Royal is going to make his debut. I don't even know who he is. No idea. Who are you again? He's the one, of course, we found in the car park. Ah, boy. And the 2 wing-backs really should have a rest. Makengo probably needs a rest. I'm going to rest the 2 wing-backs. Missouri that side and Finkgraf on that side. But there you go. Another long-term injury. It means another player's gone. So Grembach, who wanted to play more, is not going to be playing after all. I really do not know what to do. How good is this Simon Royal? Will he become some sort of superhero despite having any attributes? How good is Kinnear? Because if one of my centre-backs gets injured, he's going to have to play. And I'm just getting injury after injury after injury. At one point I got 5 in a week. And 3 of those were serious injuries. As I said, I really don't know what this save is trying to prove. Apart from the fact that it's trying to wind me up, and it's done a very, very good job of that. And I do also think that you need to change your manager profile. See that Simon Royal? Was that him putting that cross in? I mean, goodness me. Where's he been hiding? Oh, come on, that's onside, referee. Yeah, it was Royal, wasn't it? He could turn out to be the hero of the cup final, this boy. Good header from Moorstadt, and now it's 4-1. I did say we win 3-0, 4-0. I thought we'd win this one 4-1, 5-1. Woof. João Pedro won't be about. Yeah, Chelsea probably. Hello, Callum. How you doing? Good evening, Neil. Was watching the end of your last Sunderland stream back. It's funny. I just like I kind of like I don't know what is going on at the moment in either stream. I think I'm just totally powerless here. I mean, it was a good win. Any win is a good win for this team. And so we have like gone up to 13th, but we have like a horrid series of fixtures now. 3 to 4 weeks, that's him out for the season. I don't quite know how that affects, because he's gone as well. I've never seen so many injuries. Long-term, severe injuries. And I don't know how. These guys are going to have to play every game. There's no getting around it. Aribas did okay in that one. He can play as a centre mid on attack. They're just in dire... We are in dire straits. Put Marin on the bench now. And that's it. That's horrid. That's absolutely horrid. Meslier still not fit yet. So I don't know how to cope with this, because I now have Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal. And I don't know why we're in the cup final. Just to make up the numbers, I guess. So we got 4 points out of 6 against those two teams with this low block. Now the low block's got to prove itself. Manchester City first, then Liverpool, then Arsenal. I need to rest the squad because otherwise they're going to be out on their feet. The others are fit. I'm going to rest them for 2 days. I think I can probably get away with that. They don't need to train at the moment. I would just rather them stay at home and do not train. Actually, it's possible that I could rest the squad a little bit midweek as well. I'm just concerned that if I get another injury, it'll just be horrid. So we could actually, now that they're back, no, they're not back yet. Oh, I wanted to, my scouts have been doing well because I did find in their, I did find someone in there, Kendry Paez, 16.5 million, Ecuadorian. He's currently at Chelsea, 16 to 25 million. I like the look of him for a 20-year-old. Needs to work on his crossing, but I think he would be a very good signing. And to my horror, he is classed as a wonder kid and needs to play more regular club football. So he's someone that we want to keep an eye on, especially in terms of a loan. Might be an idea to get him in on loan if we can and see his development. And if we can get an optional future fee that's affordable, then we'll see how he plays. But I don't really get many of these recommendations, and he will be then the third wonder kid that we've got in the team. Now, I don't go and chase wonder kids, as you guys know. It's just that these three have turned up in my scouting reports. So, are we going to become a good team one day? It's quite hard to say. I mean, hey, Cleggy, I did reply to that message, Cleggy, that you left me. If it's something that you want to express and think that I ought to see it, then email it to me. There's an email address in on the channel homepage. It's in the About section where it says my name is Phil and blah, blah, blah. Click on More, and then it will say View Email Address. So there is an email outlet if there's something that you wanted to post, and I might be able to say it rather than YouTube removing it. So I'm curious as to what you posted anyway. So yeah, there is that option for you. Okay, mate. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like they're a little bit out of control, the government, but yeah, it would be, because you said it was like a paragraph. It might fit in with what I'm trying to say. And I am going to be starting another channel. I don't know who to target it at. I want to mainly target it at British citizens, in fact, probably of the older generation. So it might be something that can go on there. that might make some sort of episode there. Control possession. I don't even know why I looked at that. I do know if they're going to play control possession, I have to have a higher line. We can't really let them. Although with the three in midfield, we probably could let them play in front of us. Yeah, there's a lot to be annoyed about at the moment, Cleggy. A lot, my friend. Campaign for Morstadt to win the Conference League Player of the Season. Now, this game is having a laugh. He was injured for most of it. Oh, you are kidding me. Oh, it's only a 1 to 2 days. I thought it was another one gone. We can't have any more long-term injuries. How did he get injured anyway? He's at home. He must have fallen over the cat. How? He's at home. He was not at training. He's been given a day off, 2 days off to rest. So he must have sprinted to the bathroom because he's not supposed to be in training. And so this game is doing things that it's not allowed to do. Another goalkeeper. Do I want another goalkeeper? It's not him anyway. I don't think it's him. Yeah, things are all well, Cleggy. At the moment, things are all well. I think the game means injured player of the season. I think you're probably right there, Callum. I think he's already on, this guy, but he's getting a bit old now. But yeah, I mean, that guy that we had a look at, he could be the third wonder kid. who gets his career ruined at Ipswich. He's not actually first team, but he's on the verge of it with all the other stuff that's going on. He's looking forward to more playing time in the months ahead. Not anymore, you're not, sunshine. Not from hospital anyway. So how long is he going to be out for anyway, Graham back? 3 weeks. He's probably going to miss the end of the season. So I've got this depleted squad now who've got Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal to play. But the low block has done well, and as long as we don't actually get absolutely thrashed, it'll be okay. Who's that? Newerton. $22 old. This is the kind of boy I want to sign. What's his nationality? He's Brazilian. 22 he's got too many traits for my liking, but if I play him on the right, he's going to have to play as a winger. Could have him cut inside with the ball because he likes to get into the opposition area. Gets forward whenever possible. He's not going to be much of a defender then, is he? But he's the kind of player I like. So we shall put him on the short list. 16.5. These are cheap. He's cheap as well. Echevarri, we know about him. But he's not cheap. 64 million. But would be a good buy. So there's two players who definitely could come into this squad, but then I don't want to bring in 10 players again and find we go through the same thing. Oh, we got Arribas out for 2 weeks now, have we? This is getting absolutely bonkers. So who am I putting in here then? Look at this. They're pretty much all out for the season. So Harry Bass is gone. I think I'm going to have to play Marin. Badgetich is more here rather than... So Marin is going to have to play. I don't have anybody for the bench. I don't have anyone that can go on the bench. Have I got like a winger? Who is Musa Sadat? 21-year-old. You're in, buddy. Yep, he looks like he belongs in the first team. Another one found in the car park. Who have we got in the under-21s? What's this Leighton Booker like? He might have to come into the squad as well. Anybody else there? For Bruggen, no thank you. Patrick Perry, I've heard his name in dispatches. I don't think so. Let's get on. Let's move on. It doesn't matter because it's Manchester City. But I'd like to see this Musa Sadat playing. Let's see what he can do. He probably will have to come off the bench and play. So I don't know how many injuries I'm going to get before the end of the season. I don't know. Will I just have 11 left? See, he still keeps wanting to play Kinnear. This is Manchester City that you're talking about. I'm going to put an 18-year-old. We do have Diamonde and we have Atom. So Diamonde can come and do this job. Atom can come in for Mane. I do think I need to switch the wing backs, but I will switch Missouri. That's for sure. Missouri looks like he's on loan. We have actually signed him for next season, 6 million. He's probably the best of the two right wing backs, so that's good news in a way. I also have Mane who can play here. Atom can play here. They should all be fit. They've had about 6 days off. Really short in midfield. Diamonde. I may actually have to play Mane. Diamonde here. And then Makengo can go here. And João Gomez can come in here. I may have to do it that way. Everybody else is injured. Why isn't Allende in the team? Yeah, he is. So predictions for Manchester City. I'm going to say 3-1 Manchester City. I don't see us getting anything out of this game or the next two. And the teams I really feel sorry for are the teams who are below us. Because the game's not budging me from 13th to 14th. So they ain't going to win either. I just don't get, after the season that we have been just put through, why are suddenly all these injuries coming around? Like now 8 of my first team gone. Gone in a heartbeat. He's comfortable using either foot, is he? I don't believe that for a second. He's got a very weak right foot. Does that mean that? Yeah, he can't use. He still prefers to be on the left. Oh, here we go again. Let's just take them off all additional training then. They're never happy with training that they have to do. I don't think we want to be overloading them at this point in the season anyway. Which is why they're getting time off. I mean, they've had 2 days off. He should, I don't know why he suddenly feels he's got a voice in the dressing room. I don't know what that's about at all. He's very lucky to be in the dressing room. He wouldn't be in the dressing room if we didn't have 8 of the first team out. So I don't know why he thinks he's got a big voice there. Let's do that. I think cautious is probably the order of the day. The idea here is to keep the score down. Just having a look at City. We'll have a look at once we've submitted the team. Just having a look at City. Seen any updates? Only the ones that everybody's getting excited about, and they're getting excited about a Sega management report. Well, it's not and it's actually not a report. It's a PDF made up of slides that they would show at a presentation, and one of those slides features FM, and what it says is that it's scheduled to be released in the fall of 2025. When they cancelled FM25 way back in who knows when, February I think, they told us then it was going to be cancelled until autumn 2025. It's not something we already didn't know. Now they're not going to go to that meeting saying that we have no game for 2025, but the fact that that was in that PDF, everybody's getting excited about it. Whoa, it's coming out, definitely. There has been no news since February that it is definitely coming out. What they're taking, that one line they're taking from a whole bunch of slides, and some of the other slides are very pertinent, and are suggesting that it needs huge improvement before they will even consider releasing it. So I think what I'm reading into that document is there is a long way for SI to go yet, that there is absolutely no guarantee that they will release the game, because it says that a significant improvement is needed in the game. In the line before it says scheduled for the fall of 2025. Who's Andre? Oh God. I think I'm going to type mark him. Oops. Wharton is a very good player. I think he's got a long shot, Wharton, hasn't he? Not really, but I'm going to close him down anyway. He's got a weaker foot. No. I really don't know why they're going nuts over this. It's not even an SI document, it's a Sega document, and Sega were not going to go into that management meeting saying there is no game scheduled for FM25. That would have been suicide for the to put before the shareholders. So they've kept it at there is scheduled a release for fall of 2025. We already knew that anyway, so it's not news. But everybody's going nuts and ballistic over that, and I really don't see why they're going, oh yeah, there's going to be an FM26. There might be, I don't know. In fact, nobody knows. That's the point. But I do think there will be an announcement one way or the other very soon. What struck me from that document about FM in the Sega management meeting, what struck me about that document was that, was that there were no images. And this was not just about Football Manager, it was about their products overall. And every other game, there were lots of images of the features coming up. With Football Manager, nothing. Not a single image from the new game. That's what struck me first of all. In fact, some of them were just totally blank with squares with Football Manager written on it. So they're not ready, not by a long shot. Otherwise, they'd have been presenting all these brand new, wonderful graphical images to the Sega shareholders meeting. They're just not ready at the moment. There will... He always gets 2 against me, Haaland. I don't know about you guys, but in every game I've played against City, he always scores 2. I don't know what you guys think. Nothing that anybody should write home about, to be fair. It also is something else that it also mentioned. It mentioned in the midterm planning that there were 2 games mentioned that needed significant work. One of them was Total War, and one of them was Football Manager. Being in orange, I know what that means. I've seen these PDFs, these PowerPoint presentations before. In orange, it means it needs significant improvement. And in orange, Football Manager and Total War. When you go down to look at the activity for the current year, Total War has gone. In fact, Total War has been moved up to mission accomplished. Football Manager is still significant improvement needed. And people were not looking at those things. They were just simply focused on that one thing that scheduled for release in the fall 2025. Nothing we didn't know already. That was always the plan. And until we get a little bit more information, we can't really say for sure. But I do think SI will make an announcement one way or the other very soon. It has to be very soon. We're in July now, and they are late because we normally start getting some sort of images around about June, if I'm not mistaken. So they are a little bit late, but that's why I think there will be an announcement quite soon. One way or the other. Whether they are secretly on track is hard to say. If they were on track, I'm pretty sure they would have said something by now. Bernardo Silva's playing at left back now, is he? No wonder they're not doing very well. Still going to tight mark him. Because he's having a very, very good game. Oh, Haaland scores again. What do I say to this bunch of numbskulls? I'm going to say we can salvage a draw. Go on. You weren't that bad, sunshine. Go on, give it your best shot. He scored 5 against my Luton. I'm expecting him to get another one. He always gets 2 against me, no matter what. And yet when I play as Manchester City, and I sometimes do for tactic testing purposes, he always gets injured, which is kind of weird. He's never injured against me when I'm playing against them, and he always scores 2. So, interesting. I'm not begging for the next FM out, because I think the graphics are good. I mean, I think that Neil and his team have done a very good job, and another penalty we've given away. See, I told you he always gets 2. But we might have crucified him, which is rather cool. No, he'll be fine to take the penalty. He always scores 2. So this is, the penalty is because he's only got 1. That's why they've got a penalty. Yeah, he's only got 18 goals this season, has he? Maybe he's out having a... Morstat has got more than him. Although more stats, I think, are in some in Europe, some in the League Cup. So I think that's Premier League goals. Oh well, go out and do better. Didn't work. Oh, it's hard. Yeah, more stat. You're not cutting it, are you? But let's go. Come on there. I'm gonna give this guy Simon Royal another shot at things. He's very, very good last time out. Makengo, well, he doesn't normally play there, so can't actually fault him. Mane is having a poor game. Probably because he gave away the penalty, so there's probably no need to panic. I do need to change both the wing backs, keep them fresh. I mean, I could yet get a red card and lose somebody for 3 games as well. Things still could happen. Are nasty. But 2-0 isn't that embarrassing. We've kept Bernardo Silva quiet, though, in the second half. He hasn't moved on from 3 key passes. So we've kept him fairly quiet. But Haaland is Haaland, and when you play against him, that's what happens. Scored 5 against your Luton team. Oh, God, I would have thrown the machine out the window if that happened. Like the FM24 set pieces. Yeah, I mean, it's... Callum, for a long time, if you remember the old system we had, it was terrible. And at least this might not be perfect, but it does give you the option to play with stuff. That's offside, isn't it? Isn't it? Why did he run all the way over there? No, it's given. So we're still in this game. That's just a consolation. Maybe I got to play Velasco from the start and Morstat off the bench. Yeah, he's offside. Why have we been given that? He's offside. He's clearly offside. Okay. Fair enough, I suppose. 2-1. Not bad. Let's go to balance for the last couple of minutes. Got to pick up that second ball. If you don't pick up that second ball in FM, you're doomed. Oof, that was a poor miss. We might be getting closer to City, which is always a good thing. 3 seasons we might even be getting a draw against them, expecting to beat them. You never know. The thing is about this save is that it is so annoying that there's 2 ways I'm thinking about it. Just quit it because it's so bloody annoying. Reset my manager profile, start with a new manager. Oh, Aston Villa have got close to us now, have they? So start with a new manager and then just start a new save. But the other thing, there's a part of me which is, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to fight this, because when I win against it, it's going to mean so much. I can't rest anybody. How can I rest people? I don't have a bench. So, no, nobody's having a rest. He can sit on the bench, but nobody's having a rest. You're having a laugh. I might actually rest them for a couple of days again. Let's give the whole squad a couple of days off. Apart from the injured boys. We'll give the whole squad a couple of days off. Let's give them 2 days off. Yeah, it's very, very hot, James. I mean, that's why I just alerted you guys about the fan that I have sitting on my desk. Without it, there is no way that I could have streamed. I mean, I did have to cancel a couple of times before. This room is so hot. It would just, I think I'd have heat stroke in an hour without that fan. But the fan is blowing some nice breeze on me, so it's not too bad at the moment. So Liverpool next then, huh? I think control possession, is it Liverpool? Tiki-taka, same thing, only harder. Higher line. Let's just try that. Let's see if that makes a difference. We're not going to outpass Liverpool. We're not going to dominate the game against Liverpool. Counter-attack is what we should be doing. Have I got match reviews and stuff put in here? Let's go to the calendar a second. And this is a good one, isn't it? Training style. Scenario is big match. So we don't need both of those, but we do need penalties. Oh, we do know. We'll need to work on routines a little bit more. Match tactics is fine, although I don't have any match tactics apart, and there should be, I think, a match review here. Yeah. And that's it in terms of training. We're not the worst performing team. Good Lord. Silver, third and young player of the month. It's interesting that they are almost there. It's like this young team of good youngsters is almost there, and it might just, if I can keep them together, we might see them improve. I don't know. But that's part of the reason why I want to go on with this, because if we do beat this save and start winning things eventually, we've got another one injured. 2 months again. Luckily, he's not a first teamer. Well, they're like they're all on holiday. What is the matter with them? It's so hard for me to have this much dedication. Hendrick. Okay. Stop jumping around. Grenback, looking forward to more playing time. He's played the last 2 games and then he got injured. How can he get more playing time? Looking forward to more playing time within the next few months. He's out for 2 of those. Yeah, he has business being transfer listed. I hate him. That's the business why he's transfer. He gave me grief, dreadful grief, and that's what happens. When you do that, you go in the reserves and you sit there until you're sold. I don't think he's going to like that, no. Not the time to be doing that, but we can say, I want to make sure everybody gets the playing time, so that wasn't bad. I'm all for reducing playing time, and then they're much happier when they get more. Where is South Shields, James? Is that up north? Why was he poached? Like my eggs. Could become better than Silva. Silva's rubbish. Could become better than Mane. Could become better than Atom. Who knows? Who knows? Would be good to have a couple of homegrown. I mean, I've got Morstat and Finkraf, who are homegrown. To have 2 more would be really good. But it's just going to take forever for them to become... look what we could have done. San Sebastian are losing in the semi-final. Meslier comes back into the team. Finally fit. And then... what's he suggesting? Bajcetic, Shia, Makengo, Arribas, Allende, Valesco. Not unopposed to that. Not unopposed to that. But has he given me a proper bench? Diamonde's then rested. Who's Theo Bennett? Is he related to Tony Bennett? Or... well, we need a proper player in there. It's like Liverpool were playing. Oh, Steve Dodd when he's at home. Now let's put proper players in there. Simon Royal, I'm not too unhappy with that. So we got Garosabel, Fingraf. Centro defender, Kinnear, yeah. Marin. I've never heard, and we don't need an attacking mid. He does really mess your bench up, doesn't he? Sadat, Silva, and I quite like this Simon Royal. I think we'll give him the nod over Tony Bennett there. I did it my way. Tony Bennett did that as well as Frank Sinatra, as I believe. They had to make this pain bigger because they couldn't fit all my injuries into it. Right, how much are Liverpool going to beat us by? One of these teams is going to spank us. Just absolutely no belief in this team at all at the moment. But we're getting to the end of the season, which is very good news. .5. I'm not going to criticize him for a 6.5. Very much an amateur. Hey Ryan, how you doing? In terms of play time on the game, what sort of league would you recommend to start in? Don't start in the Prem. Start in if you want to start in England, start lower down somewhere. It's much easier lower down. League 2, possibly even the Conference. You'll have much more fun. Do not start in the Prem. But if you want to work with a team abroad, like the other leagues abroad are much easier than the English leagues. You'll get a lot more success if you play with a team from Holland, for example. It's very easy in Holland. You've only got to overcome one team pretty much in each of those leagues. And in Holland, it's Ajax. And in Germany, it's Bayern. In France, it's PSG. And you've really only got to overcome that one team. And within a few seasons, 3 or 4 seasons, you'll do it. Providing you're good enough in the transfer market. So, I mean, don't start in the Prem. The Prem will have you tearing your hair out. It's... especially if you're going to take a team lower in the league. But I've also found that managing teams higher up in the league come with their own pressures. For example, when we did the Newcastle save at the end of the journeyman, that was not easy. Despite winning everything, the pressure to win is sometimes worse than just having a team from the lower leagues where there's not so much pressure. I'd say that managing in the Prem is the hardest of all the challenges on FM, and the Prem is a difficult league. It is in real life, and so they're kind of emulating real life. It's you can't ever predict the results in the Prem every Saturday, but if you look and go and study the Dutch leagues, you probably get 10 out of 10 for the correct results week after week. It's very difficult to predict the score lines in the Prem, and I think FM is trying to emulate that, and in all fairness, probably does a good job on it. I think, yeah, it's very, very difficult, the Prem. Okay, let's... I really don't want to watch this. One of these teams is going to spank us. It's probably going to be Liverpool. We're going to play a game balanced against Liverpool, though. We're going to take the game to them. You never know, we might sneak a draw against one of these 3. Unlikely, though, as they've just scored, have they? No, not yet. Now they've scored. Yeah, it's too easy. FM as FFP points deductions. Yeah, I mean, it does. And yeah, you will face the sack if you're doing badly. I thought at one time we were going to face the sack here with Ipswich, but didn't turn out that way. One goal, one shot, one goal again. Good Lord. Well, it is Liverpool, I suppose. 2-0, yeah. I knew somebody was going to absolutely paste us. Oh, it's disallowed. I mean, you can't have 8 of your first team players injured long term and expect to get any results. Just not going to happen. Got to get closer to those two boys. So where is Canote playing then? Is he playing as a centre half? He certainly is. We need to get closing him down. He's their best player in terms of passing. 4 shots, 4 on target. We haven't had one yet. The difference between the two teams, I guess. Let's go cautious. Let's sit back and do nothing. That was a poor pass. Very poor pass. He had players ahead of him and he chose to pass it backwards for some reason. Click in terms of, what do you mean, Ryan? How do you mean click? Is it like dynamics? Or tactic wise? How do you mean? There's plenty of boys in here, Ryan, who will help you out, I'm pretty sure. Okay, what, has FM had a fart here? Well, I don't know what's going on. I did say we might get a draw against one of them one day. It's one of the most clinical games ever. 6 shots, 6 on target, 1 goal each. Dynamics is it's keeping players happy, basically. Praise them as much as you can. And I know I'm not praising players and interacting with players as much as I should be. And if I was playing a save just by myself off camera, I wouldn't be playing a game every 10 minutes or every 5 minutes. It would take me probably a minimum of 2 hours before moving on to the next game. So praising is extremely important. When you're down and out as well, criticizing is no good. It's better to just tell them, look, things are tough at the moment, you'll get better. We've done that a few times today and it's paid off. Valesco has now scored, having just put the arm round him and said, look, don't worry about it, I've got faith in you, it'll happen. And then he scored. So also it's really about if you actually really go deep into the dynamics. You really don't want too many different personalities in your squad. If you got like 10 different personalities in your squad, it's going to be very hard to gel them as a unit. So, like, paying attention to the type of personality you have in the dressing room, which I don't do enough. Because simply I just go at the moment from game to game. I'm not playing as a manager, I'm just going from game to game. So the more detail that you undertake, the more successful you will be. It's the more work you put in, like anything, the more work you put in, the better the results are going to be. We started to see that in the Aston Villa save, where we were putting in a lot of work before a game was played, and when I left it off, Villa were top of the league, and doing well in an awful group in Europe. Mane's not having a good time these days, so Kinnear can come in. Atom also is not playing very well. That must be because of the line. Let's just drop the line. Let's give him a little bit more time. That has to be because of the line. All four of them not playing very well. Allende shouldn't be playing on the right anyway, so let's switch those two over. And Silva can come on here. João Gomez for Bajcetic. And we'll leave it at that for now. I did say we might get a draw against one of them. Going to cautious suddenly made us more attacking and gave us more attacking threat. I don't know how that works, but I don't think I'm really supposed to know how that works. He's a central defender. Curtis Jones will type mark him for sure. And left foot. And then I have tired players. Not yet. But Atom's got worse. Not sure the standard line has helped him, but two of them got better. Arribas is poor, as well as Allende. Oh, Musa Sadat could be his turn. It's his time. He can play as the inside forward. Silva can play as the inverted winger on support. I think it's Monsieur Sadat's time. And one of these wing backs will eventually have to be taken off. Right, let's go. Come on, boys. We can even beat Liverpool here. I know I'm talking nonsense now. Konate, we've just put him to sleep, strangely enough. Same happened when we did it in the last game. We've really stopped Liverpool creating anything. But they've had 7 shots and 7 on target. How good is that? Not one shot being off target. 8 and 8. So which one of these is the most tired? Missouri. Let's put Garosabal on support. I'd take a draw now. And Morstad is not playing very well as the... So let's just make him an advance forward. Or could even make him a... No, he's not very good at that. So we'll just try and see this game out now. Can we do it? Shall we just come off the tempo a little bit, waste some time? We don't need to pass into space now. We don't need to distribute quickly. Let's just see this game out, boys. Just stay in your shape. I might actually ask them to do that. Just stay in shape. Do not counterattack. This would be like the result of the season if they can get a draw here. Oh, Mostat. What was that? So we could even tell them to hold their shape now. Just don't do anything. There's no need to do anything. Just got 3 minutes, 2 minutes, boys. Just hold out. I did say we might get a draw against one of them. And we have. FM, you're too predictable. I'm going to say it's very satisfying. 1-1 draw against Liverpool. Where are we now? 13th, 2 points ahead of Aston Villa going into the last game. Villa could go ahead of us, of course. But there we go. 13th, 14th is where we've been all season. Sadat, what did he get as his rating? 6.7. He did all right. He did better than we replaced, that's for sure. The next game is midweek, isn't it? I think. Actually, it's been fairly successful so far. 2 draws, a win and a defeat. That's so much better than we've been used to. Now Arsenal is a week's time. I'm still going to give them 2 days off. I can't afford injuries. So they can all have 2 days off. Yeah, I mean, there was a point, Callum, where I thought I was going to get sacked. But they're fairly happy. So, I mean, there was a time, though, where we were not. The board was not looking that good. These results don't make sense, but then I'm not supposed to make any sense of it. We could just say, okay, Liverpool just didn't turn up, which happens. Getting Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal for your last 3 games is just a smack in the face. It's like, and then having like 8 of your first team players injured at that very time, it's just a big smack in the nose. But if we get through to the end of the season, I'm looking at the squad. We now want Atom. Atom, he can leave if he wants to. Aribas is wanted. He can go if he wants to. We'll try and keep it together. So that's 2. João Gomez, also another one. He can go if he wants to. We'll obviously try and keep them. So we have 3 players who are wanted. And I think if one of those leaves, then we can bring in better players. But what I don't want to do is bring in another 10 players in this transfer window. This boy looks quite useful, doesn't he? I like his mentals. He's not world class, but he's got lovely mentals. Determination isn't very good, but let's put him on the short list in case. Yeah, not a bad. Hello, is he back in training, Winkler? Someone back on the bench at least. That means we might have Winkler available for the final. I don't really need to look at this, do I? Is it control possession? Yeah. So we should play with a higher line. Yeah. We're just going to keep doing this. Just keep doing this. The low block. We haven't done badly in the low block this episode, considering who we've played. It hasn't been that bad. And if we're going to have any chance of winning the cup final, we're going to have to play in a low block. Unless I just suddenly decide, let's go for it. Oh, some nice players. Nice price tag. But then we might have the money if Atom decides to leave. But I don't just want to buy players. I'm only prepared to buy players if someone leaves. And I want to bring in that wonder kid as well. So that would be the only signing that I make. And see if I'm correct about it needs a squad to play together. We might actually get off to a good start then next season, and that's crucial. Yeah, you get 12 points out of 12. Get a good start. The problem I got, Callum, is I think this team should have done better in the Premier League than it has. There's some very, very good players in this team. Very, very good players. And they should have done better. Like, it did seem to me like we couldn't get a point in the Premier League, but we were winning in Europe and winning in the Cups at will, no matter who we played. So I think that there is a little bit of a little sour taste in my mouth, shall we say, at some of the antics the game's been getting up to. He's not being rested anymore, is he? So Mane can now come on the bench. Poor blimey, and starting to get a decent bench here. Who else is he suggesting? Finkgraf? Yeah, why not? Rest Timon. And midfield, is he suggesting any changes? Nope. Silva up top. Well, why not? You can't do any worse. Can play in the position and the role he wants to play. I think I need to change one or two of these. João Gomez needs a run out. There's nobody else suddenly become available, is there? Not available yet. Winkler can come onto the bench. Thank you very much, Mr. Royal. You did a very good job for me, whoever you are. I know, but I want Gomez to get some game time. Arsenal are clear favourites. Final game of the season. Where are we in the league? 2 points ahead of Aston Villa, so still all to play for. We can get to 12th if we win this, but it's highly unlikely. The board are happy. We have an FA Cup final to come. Just got to keep this squad together now, rather than just keep selling and buying. Let's keep them together for a season. And then if that doesn't work, it's time to leave. Oh, Mastantuono is back in training. He's not going to be fit yet, though. Looks like we're going to have a full team of unfit players to select from. Not a full team. Scott's still going to be out. And 1 or 2 others who were the 3 and 4 month ones. Yeah, cautious is probably a good idea. Yeah. Oh, when away at Arsenal, I don't think it's a good idea to do anything more than cautious. I think actually both wing backs should be on a support duty as well. No point in attacking. So just put Missouri on a support duty. Missouri wants to be a complete wing back, but unfortunately we are not good enough yet. Your time will come. If I do that, if I say that, I'm going to have to take these off, and I don't want to do that at this point, so I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say the pressure's all on them. And Arsenal are going to be smarting that they didn't get to the cup final, so I think we're going to get, like I said, one of these teams is really going to give us a good smack one of these days. They're playing in a 4-2-4, are they? Which means there should be space through the middle. Oh, a side of things to come, is it? Who told you guys to start passing it out from the back? I never said that. Just get back into shape. That's it. Let's have some running back. Got caught out by Ben White. So I want my wingers to do a little bit of work. And then the midfield has got to be knocked out as well. Let's just close them down. Otherwise we just end up man marking. He's got a weak foot, hasn't he? Hard tackle right foot. Declan Rice, left foot. But we don't need to hard tackle him. That's it. The space up the middle, boys. If you get enough players forward, they're going to be caught down the middle. But you've got to pass it probably. Yeah, we got the goalkeeper back, which is good news. Did I put Missouri on a support duty? Yeah. And Finkgraf is on. There's two really poor errors we've made at the back there. Like, what on earth? The first one should have resulted in a goal, and of course the second time you do it, just passed it to him. Who was that? That was... I don't know. You can't win games if your players are going to be dickheads like that. And we're looking at how it's going. We're not going to win this anyway. I think the only way this might be the spanking unless I go and attack them. Surprise them with an attacking display. Yeah, otherwise this is just going to be a spanking. So, not the opposition. What am I talking about? Let's go. Let's go and attack them. Oh, they've scored again anyway. I did say one of these teams would give us a real spanking, and if we stay in that formation, this is going to be it. But I still don't have attacking mids, centre mids, that I can actually go back to the 4-2-3-1. Fortunately, the game has taken both of those out for the entire season. So now we got to try and just attack. I mean, we need to go more positive. Need to get bodies forward now. Back in the game for 2 minutes. Atom wants to go. Yeah, James. Atom is... I'm not sure he wants to go. He's just attracting a lot of interest. We've given them 2 goals, basically. Now, and we've had to work really hard. That was a nice pass again for that goal. But if you play in that 4-4-2-4, there's going to be a ton of space, and they've got 2 very attacking defensive midfielders who are also going forward. On the counter, there is going to be a ton of space through the middle. Do we have the players who can find that space, though? So we still want to keep doing what we're doing. We want to be counter-attacking very quickly. And it's a case of, do we have the boys who can just look at the space behind those 2 players? It's huge. So, do we have the players who can actually take advantage of that? Who is he? We're not far behind. One moment of magic up the middle, like I told you 2 boys. There it is. There's the goal. Came from the wings, which I didn't say anything. But he could be offside. Actually, the referee could be right here. He could be offside. Might be premature, that. Yeah. I mean, that was like, that's FM playing hardball. Oh, come on. That's FM playing real hardball. We're not going to get many chances. We need to take them. But I just felt like we needed to go a bit more attacking. That was like, that just was so close, you'd have to give it in the end. Maybe his nose was offside. Oh, boys. You cannot just go present and giving them gifts. It's not Christmas, because that's what happens. 3 gifted goals. All nicely wrapped up with a nice little pink bow for them. And we've had to work so hard for the goal that we've got. Brilliant pass. And like the midfielder, look, Arribas 6.2. The midfielder just throwing it away. And the defence. Six now for Arribas. Go in there, Marin. You can't do any worse. João Gomez. Dreadful. I mean, if he wants to go, if João Gomez wants to go, he's one of our best players allegedly, but he's done nothing, and if he wants to go, he can go. I'm not going to stand in the way of any of them at all. I'd like to keep them together. So Winkler, if we put Allende on the left, no, it's Allende who's not having a very good game. So Winkler can come on and try it out. And that's it. I'm done with subs then, aren't I? Oh, have we got a penalty? How are Villa getting on anyway? That's what I want to know. Who is it? Silva, is it? Yeah. How are we doing in terms of the league? Villa have gone above us. Villa are winning, are they? 2-0 at Southampton. We couldn't beat Southampton. 40 points. It's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. It's horrid. But we've only got 40 points with the team that we have. And I kept blaming the transfer windows at some point, thinking we haven't brought in good players, but we have. Silva's a very good player. Winkler is a very, very good player. Players like Arribas, Valesco, Diamonde, all very, very good players. Scott is a very good player. So I'm just really struggling to figure out why we are doing so badly. Mastueno is a very, very good player in real life. Extremely good. He's been absolutely rubbish. So it's not like we don't have good players in the squad. We do. So I'm really struggling to figure out why. Go on, have a pop. Oh, it's gone in. It took a wicked deflection and Bajadic has scored. What methods are the Arsenal teams walk up smoking? Put Odegaard on the right wing. What mess. Well, for a while it seemed to be working out for them. I think I'd probably need to take a look at that. They've actually made some changes. Declan Rice, we had him not hard tackled, but left foot and tight marked and left foot. Saliba, we don't never press ever. We've got rid of Saka. Martinelli's always a danger. I just want to work. Who's got the long shot? These two boys. No, there's nobody really now with a long shot. Declan Rice isn't that great. He has. So we need to close him down. And then what I'm thinking of doing is just lowering the line. And if we lower the line, then we can allow them to shoot from distance. Because we don't need all those bodies in there. We can just allow... Oh, well, they're going to take the lead, are they? Oh, no. I was going to say that draw almost lasted half a minute. So if we lower the line, it just will tempt them to take long shots. So we go to a standard line. We will be defensively a little bit more solid, and they can shoot them from wherever they like. It also stops the wingers from being effective. In theory, they could always score from a set piece, though. Oh, come on. Penalty again? What for? We get a penalty, give one away. That's happened twice. Hold it in. Hold it in, boy. That's unfair. That is just so annoying. That's just like, why? It's just, I'd rather lose 8-1 than lose this way. Why, when we get a penalty, do we always give one away straight after? That does not make any sense. Does not make any sense at all. And it wasn't even a penalty anyway. I didn't see anything. Just like the one we gave away a few weeks ago, when all he did was clear the ball. Enough nonsense. But I think what we'll do is we will attack United, because now they'll be expecting me to play in a low block. That's the theory anyway. Let's see what the board think of it. Oh, and I also enabled Arsenal to become champions. We're very generous at Ipswich. We're okay. Finished mid-table. We didn't. 14th is not mid-table. Although the board are calling it mid-table, I don't think it's mid-table. I think 12th is mid-table, and that's it. 13th at a push. A big push. And then the cup final is when? Is it a week's time? I mean, look, this is horrible. It's a horrible save, this. It's 20th, so I'm going to rest him for 2 days again. Just the team that played. Actually, 1 day. We've been having a lot of rest of late. So I got a funny feeling that if I play in the low block, I'll get beaten. But if I actually go and attack them, might give us a chance. We scored 3 goals there. So actually push up and go and attack them. It's probably the best chance we're going to have. Let's take all this off. Dribble S can stay, but let's take that off. I think, go on, go out there, give it your best shot. You either win or you lose. And they're going to play, is it direct counter-attack that they play? I think. No, they're playing gegenpress now, so we need the high line. Good evening, Ben. How are you doing? Just in time for the cup final. I wouldn't actually. You can go. I'm willing to listen to offers for him. He's been in the reserves for about 2 seasons. I wouldn't hold your breath, Ben, because we are just awful. We've won 2 games in the last 12, so I wouldn't hold your breath. And to be honest, I don't want to win the cup final because that means we'll be in Europe again, and I don't think it would be a good thing for this team to be in Europe. So I really don't want to win the cup final, which is why I've made that decision to attack them. Because it makes better sense. Go down fighting would be if we attack, we've got less chance of winning. Diamande and Mane. No, we go the other way around. And do I need him as a Missouri and Timon? Okay, Makengo, Grenbach and Gomez. I'm actually tempted to play Badgetic. Is he fit? Let's do it. I've tried that. Alande, Velasco. Winkler is on my mind. Winkler, Morstat. Sadat doesn't need to be there now. Thank you, Sadat, for doing what you did. Maston Twaino is getting fitter. But there's no place for Maston Twaino at the moment, I don't think. No. And that's it really, isn't it? That's my bench. Wembley ready for a spectacle. Wembley ready for a spanking, I think it should say. What does it say? Every chance of walking away with something. Not the way this save has been performing. So now my team meeting, the team talk has to line up with what I just said. Really important to remember that. So I've just told them that, oh, come on. I just told them that it's important. When are we going to stop this nonsense? Like, every single bloody player is injured. Oh, it has to be. Can you hear them? Badgetic becomes the... And there is a place for Maston Twaino. Enough nonsense, FM. How's the heat down here, Ben? It's absolutely terrible. I've got this little fan going off to my right hand side, but even with that it's still really hot. But at least it's giving me a little bit of a breeze in here. Without that I wouldn't be able to stream. And then we go and play the final. Normally I'd be relishing these and I would be in like full match, but I can't be asked. This has been probably my worst save of FM24 and it's driven me nuts. And next season is another season, and to be honest, if we are not in Europe next season, that is a blessing. Keep the same squad together, and then Grenbach should be in the team actually. Yeah. Keep the same team together if we can, and see next season if that's what all this nonsense is about with FM. No, you're not fooling me, FM. We're gonna go for it. He does insist though that those are switched over. I would prefer, I think, Allende on this side. He has a very strong right foot. Valesco on this side. Yeah, I can see where he's coming from. So let's swap them over then. So Valesco has a very strong right foot. Gotcha. And he has a fairly strong left foot and a good right foot. So yeah, I get you. Okay, that'll do for me. Here we go then, the cup final. I've no idea how we are in the cup final. I've absolutely no idea why we are there. But there we are. Look at all this. Bloody hell. I can understand it in some of them, but not him. And yeah, oh no, not him. And Kobe Mainu, probably not. He's vicious, my assistant manager. He's absolutely vicious. Difficult player to work out. Need to close him down, I think, and put pressure on him. But Garnacho is also a difficult player to deal with. I want him to come inside, so I want him on his left foot. Bruno Fernandes, tight mark him and close him down. Rashford always is an issue. We need him closed down and left foot. Not hard tackled. His crossing isn't very good, is it? Yeah, his crossing apparently is very, very good. I've never seen it, but so he's a very difficult one to. Not sure tight marking him is the answer. And Hoyland, just leave him be. Just leave him be. Has he got a weaker foot? No, he hasn't. You don't need to do that. The fans deserve the trophy. Let's go and win it for them. I just told them there's no pressure on you. You're not expected to win. Now all the stuff is don't come back empty-handed. Go and cause a few surprises. Your team talks have to match up. You can't not. They can't not match. I want to go positive. I think I'm going to go positive. Why not? Try and score a couple of goals and see if we can't just keep them out. I think if we try and defend, we're just going to get smacked. So let's go and try and win the game. We're probably going to lose anyway, so let's go down fighting rather than sitting back. Go on, son. Off on your bike you go. Yeah. Too much dribbling, even though I've told him to dribble less. That was offside, wasn't it? Well, let's go behind in the first 4 minutes. Yeah, he was offside. Is the line too high? If he's going to sit on the shoulder, they got 4 on the shoulder. Let's drop the line. Step up a bit more. They've just got 4 sitting on the back 4 there. They break that offside. It's a goal, as we just saw. So Mason Mount He's always like, how come he's so good in FM and he's absolutely rubbish in real life? He shouldn't be anywhere near a football club at that kind of money. He's a dreadful player. And yet FM have got him as some kind of superstar. I'm going to regroup, actually, and just go counter. Just do that. See if that helps. Let's regroup and just counterattack. We've shown signs of good counterattacks of late. But I don't know, it would be such an arse if we are in Europe. If we win the cup, then we're back in Europe, and that would be such a... Oh, let's have a season not in Europe. And then FM might play fair then. Because it's certainly not playing fair with me at the moment. So if we've only got 40-something games, then it has to play fair. What is my defense doing? Like, what are they up to? Clear it. Don't pass it back. That's the second game in the trot. They're just passing it back along the 6-yard box. What are they doing? I think we have to sack my defensive coaches. Mason Mount is the main man as well as Fernandez. We knew Fernandez was going to be a problem. In fact, I think what we might have to do is, which side is Mount? On the left. So Gren back. Can just mark Mason Mount and Makengo. Can mark Fernandez. It was always going to be those two. Well, we've had a couple of chances. We haven't had a highlight yet, but we've had a couple of chances. I haven't actually followed the transfers, Callum. I know that there is some stuff going on, and Buemo still not complete. I know that there's stuff going on with Chelsea and what's his name? The Brighton boy, João Gomez. So I know there's stuff going on. Liverpool have signed Frimpong. They've also signed Kirkes. So yeah, I'm aware stuff is going on, but I'm not following it, to be fair. Certain headlines just come out, and I know that there's stuff still going on. I still believe that Mbeumo will go to United. He wants to go there. So Brentford just trying to screw as much money out of United as they can. I think that was offside again, but it's not going to be given offside this time. Yeah. Of course, as we know, he was offside. He was miles offside. I'm tired of being cheated by this game. He was miles offside. You can see he's offside. I don't understand why this game is doing this. Cheating penalties, cheating offsides. What's wrong with him? Oh well, it's good news in a way because I don't want to be in Europe, so I don't like losing finals. But yeah, just go and play with freedom because I don't care. So go and be expressive. Go and play with freedom. Just have a shot when you feel like it. We'll counter press as well. Pointless. I'm going to push the line up now. Press more often. That is just like, how many times is the game going to cheat? Like, it cheated me with that penalty. Well, you all saw that last episode. He cleared the ball. There was nobody near him. He just simply cleared the ball. And there was no opposition player within 5 yards of him. Penalty, says the referee. Cheated, lost 1-0. That was offside. We have been cheated again. I do not get this save at all. Why is it doing this to me? It's like absolute... It's disgusting, to be fair. The game should not cheat. The game doesn't have to cheat. It's just a game. It's not playing for pride or anything. That was where the lines were drawn. He was clearly offside. And, well, you're going to cheat, FM, then cheat away. But you've just been busted on 2 occasions. And that's just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And we've had this nonsense all through the season. I just completely lost for words now. When it cheats, I just have nothing to say. And that's going to be the only goal of the game, isn't it? But my fullbacks, none of them ever play very well. I'm not selling them, though, because that's what the game wants me to do, and I'm not doing it. It wants me to keep changing the team, and I refuse to do it. Well, actually, now I have Mastantueno. Let's just try and do something different. Let's put Mr. Makengo is actually having a good game. So he can come back in here. And he can come in here. Velasco is a waste of space as usual, so Alande can come over there. Winkler can come back into the team now. We can go attacking. We're going to throw the lines right up. We're going to counter press. We're going to be more expressive. A little bit wider, and tiredness for a Gremback. Aribas can come and do that. No, he can't. Marin can. But it's not ideal. João Gomez can stay on them. We'll switch those. He's going to play as a shadow striker. We're going attacking, we said that. So both wing backs are going to attack. I think it's nothing to do with that. This has been a complete nightmare season, and it's just continuing. Hi, marvelous Mavs. How are you, Anak? And this is just doing what it's done all season, Callum. Are you not sleeping yet, Mavel? So it's just doing what it's been doing all season, and it's quietly sitting in its little corner going hee 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 hee. We're really screwing him around. That's what it's doing. Giving away stupid penalties all the time. It's always like silly penalties or offside goals, or it's always you just woke up, you're cooking something. What are you cooking, Mavs? Today is your day off though, isn't it? No, yesterday was your day off. If he gives that offside. So I had to go attacking, did I? It's 4 a.m. Why are you up, Mavel? Normally you're going to bed at that time. Franco has done it. 1-1. Going to the dentist later. So it all goes down. It's going to be an extra time, a longer. Oh, wait a minute. Going attacking certainly helped. Actually, maybe going slightly wider probably helped as well. We seem to be attacking down that left-hand flank now. But poor pass. Stretched them a little bit. We've actually knocked them out of the game a little bit by going wider and attacking. And Garosabal has a big opportunity here. He's just blown it. Oof. I don't know why I'm happy, because I don't want to win the FA Cup final. I want some time out of Europe. Cook me some eggs, Mavs. I'm hungry as well. Well, guess what, Mavel? I had an ice cream earlier. As my diet's gone for the last week, I haven't been doing too much dieting. But next week we will be back to it. Don't let the effort be for nothing. We got some very tired players though. Didn't he just come on, Silva? No, it wasn't. It was Maybe it's more stat off the bench who's going to make the difference. But I'd probably be better off switching a midfielder out, but I don't have one. This is a tricky one. Would more stat. Am I drinking coffee? No, I'm not drinking coffee, Mabel. I have some water. You do need to watch the end of this, Ben. I'm just drinking water, Mabel. It's good to see you, Anak. I miss all of you so much. Okay, Allende or Silva. If I take off, I can put Winkler there, and Morstadt can come on and do the business for me. He's not a deep line forward, but I can play him as a complete forward. He's slightly deeper as a complete forward on support, and just hope that he comes on and does the business for me. Morstadt, it could be the top scorer coming on, could be his day, but I don't know if I want to win. I'll be happy to lose because I don't want Europe. Although winning a trophy is always nice. Do I want to go through all this again because of Europe? And we'll bring in maybe 2 or 3 players only. Oh, come on, United. This is now not the time to start playing like it's real life. You went to sleep at 9, Mabel. That is so unusual for you. What am I going to do about Bruno Fernandes, eh? Yeah, I'll see you very soon. I hope I will chat to you before October. Otherwise, you'll make me very sad. Go and enjoy your eggs. What am I going to do about Bruno Fernandes? They've gone through this, so we want to go up the middle again. Let's see what he says. Bruno Fernandes still on, isn't he? Close him down as well. We got to go up the middle. Just try and find some space up the middle. I don't want to play out of defense. And we'll take that off. Have a shot. I have got one more sub left, have I? That's unusual. So one of the midfielders can come off. Go on. Take your chance, Sam. Take your chance. This is your moment. It's what you lived for. It's interesting that FM doesn't give you a break during extra time. You can't go and talk to the players, or you can't influence them in any way in that break. But I know in real life they have a little break before they start again. So I wonder why FM doesn't simulate that break. Go on, boys, we're nearly there. It's one attack. Give us one attack, FM. It's like so close. We have the ball. That doesn't mean anything, though. Oh, what a poor pass. Who was that? Garosimo. Oof. I just hold on to the ball. Do not do anything silly. Pass it around. I think you're slightly fitter than they are. And it's not their first team. Oh, acres of space. Make it count. Oh! It looked like it hit the crossbar again. We are the world champions at hitting the crossbar. It's just all over then, is it? That's it. $120 are up. Penalties. Haha. How come nobody saw that happening? There still might be time for one attack. Go on, launch it. Go on. Oh, why didn't you cross the ball, you donkey? Garosimo's playing really badly. Come on, referee. That's it now. That's it. Penalties then, is it? Oh, God. I don't have penalty takers. This is like horrid. Garosimo's having a terrible game. Marin wanted his moment. His composure is exceptionally impressive. His finishing is very, very good. You got to trust your forwards, haven't you? Makengo, he's not a penalty taker, but he's the best I've got. And then Garosimo. And then Marin. I don't know if I want him going last. Let's get Winkler going last. Atom, I trust. But Diamonde has got great composure, so he can go above Garosimo. If it's possible. And Finkler is already in there. Who am I missing? Garosimo. Who am I missing from this list? Makengo. No, he's there. Diamande, Finkgraf. Oh, Finkgraf. And then Meslier. That's it. Team talk. One last go, boys. One last go. Well, this is it. Who loves a penalty shootout, eh? Hey, Alec. I actually, I mean, it's a good way to finish. And if they lose a penalty shootout, it's no big deal. But it will be good for us if we're not in Europe. Ah, that's good. And he is the one set piece specialist that I have, and he's done nothing all year. He's the only set piece specialist I have. It looks to me like it's all over now. They are a better team all around than we are. So in a way, it's not a bad thing. Because at least we don't have Europe next season. And Europe would be just the same nonsense that we'd have to go. Not really, Harry, because we just have the same nonsense season. I don't want to be in Europe. It won't be good for us. Oh, God, he saved it. Oh, God. Really, I don't want to be in Europe. I'd like to win a trophy. I'd love to win a trophy, but the cost of winning a trophy might be too high again. Because if we have to go through this horrid Premier League season again because we're in Europe, I don't think I could bear it. And just being out of Europe might give us a chance of playing better in the Premier League. We've been in Europe every season since the third season, and oh, what kind of a penalty was that? So it is all over, finally. And we're not going to be in Europe, so that's good news. Losing on penalties is no big deal. Oh, boy. I mean, of course I would want to win a trophy. Oh, he's missed it as well. Oh, God. FM, get a grip. So, of course, yeah, winning a trophy would be special. But having to go through all this pain again because of Europe. Ooh, did Onana just throw the ball at him then? FM doesn't want you to go to sleep. It's got to be over soon, Ben. Is this guy going to miss now? He is. We've won. Oh, you're kidding me. No. Oh, you're kidding me. Maybe I shouldn't have gone attacking. So we are in the Europa League again. No, I support Man United in real life. Would you believe it, Eric? But I started this Ipswich right at the beginning of FM24. We've been doing it very slow. But we're not getting anywhere at the end of 5 seasons. So I should be jumping up and down for joy. But I just don't want to be in Europe. And it does mean we'll struggle again in the Prem. I do need to keep this squad together. That's one of the things that I know I need to do. Because if I keep changing players all the time, I think that might be a problem. We have a good squad, a big squad. They are allegedly good players. 2 of them are very, very good. And we have won the FA Cup final. So it's going to be a little interesting transfer window. I know I'm going to get some money now. And I've got another wonder kid that will be the third wonder kid. And he looks to me like he's a very good player, at least for the future. Kendry Paez. And he's 21 years old now. I think that he's got enormous potential as a winger. And I want to bring him in, that's for sure. Cheap as chips. It will be interesting to see how much budget we get. I don't think that's going to happen soon. Meslier had a good game, did he? I just hope that this team can start gelling together. They're not playing good football. But we have won the FA Cup. A second time we've won the FA Cup. And did we deserve it overall? No, not over the course of the season. It's been an absolutely dreadful season. And we have suffered some very heavy defeats. We've barely ever put a run together. I think we've managed 3 games on the trot there, and that was about as good as it ever got. And we don't look like we are making headway in the Premier League. 40 points is terrible for a team that on paper is a lot better than what they've been on the pitch. There are some very, very good players here. All right, losing 8 of your first team for the last 4 weeks of the season didn't help. But still, should have got more points than that. But I'm gonna have the transfer window now, and I'll work my way through that tomorrow. And then we'll be back with this one. I think it's Wednesday. And then Monday is Sunderland again. So we have done it. We've won the FA Cup. I guess I should be happy. We shall see what happens next season. I really want to keep doing this save no matter how hard and how horrible it's been. Because one day I want to beat it. And I want to have the last laugh and be laughing at the game one day. We can do it. Just maybe take a couple more seasons. Thanks for coming along, guys, and I hope we'll see you for season 6 as we take on another European venture. Let's see what happens next season. I'll be back with an update on the transfer window and for the first game of the season. So we shall see you then, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for coming, guys. Stay safe and take care, and hopefully see you soon.